Before Rome was ruined and the civilization crumbled, there was a time called the Pax Romana, or the Roman peace. During this time, things were great. Rome was content with the land they had because there was nothing else to conquer. Barren wasteland and the Persian Empire were the only options left. So they ceased fighting and it ushered in peace that would last for a while. The thing is, war has benefits. If you were like the Roman Empire, who counted on new land and resources to continue their empire, when you stop conquering, you have no new resources to exploit, no new land to farm, and no new people to tax for revenue. When this cycle comes to a stop, you start losing revenue big time, which means that you can't keep the government-paid army happy with their pay. Naturally, the soldiers will demand more money for when you cut their pay.
One solution that the Roman government employs is minting new coins to pay the army. When new coins are minted, this causes inflation debasement. Unfortunately, this worsens the situation by making all the money worth less. This ruins the economy even more in Rome's desperate attempt to satisfy its army and economy. It made matters worse by throwing itself into more money troubles, including destroying the economy. The soldiers demanding a higher wage were becoming impatient. They rebelled and refused to fight if they were not paid by what they wanted. As a result, Rome's army grew smaller. In addition to Rome's soldiers choosing to leave the military, plagues killed much of Rome's population, preventing some potential soldiers from fighting in the army as well. The empire was now not only running out of money, but also running out of people to protect it.
In order to fill the empty spaces in its military, Rome enlisted the help of barbarians that were living in Germanic tribes on the front lines of the empire. The barbarians eagerly accepted the offer on account of the fact that they wanted the benefits of being a Roman citizen in the army. They were experienced in fighting, but they were not as disciplined as trained Roman soldiers. The newly recruited troops weren't willing to work as hard as previous Roman fighters in training, so the overall quality of the army declined. Barbarians wanted the same benefits that real Romans had, but the overall quality of the army declined. But because of the still broken economy and its lack of money, the barbarians remained unpaid. This did not make them happy, so the barbarized part of the army started to fight the Romans. That attack led to the start of the decline of the empire. Over the next couple hundred years, Romans began to retreat and Germanic tribes started to expand.
In 410, one of the tribes in the barbarized army that originally fought the Roman army when they wanted more money, called the Visigoths, sacked Rome with the goal of gaining the advantages of being a citizen. This led to a chain of other attacks, sackings, and further events that caused Rome to fall. When the Visigoths came into Spain, the Vandals were pushed out. So they moved to a different part of Rome and took it upon themselves to conquer the southern parts of the empire. Once they had, they retreated to the north once more. Many other tribes also claimed parts of the empire for their own. Finally, Odoacer, the leader of the Visigoths, came in and destroyed the last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus. After that, the empire was pretty much gone and Rome was under Germanic rule. It was the end of the Roman Empire.